Hi, this is Spencer, and I'm also known as Error Code X, and today I will have the lucky privilege of having a tour of the Sorbonne. And let me really quickly just give you a quick bio of why we are doing this. The Sorbonne is a famous university of France. Um, a very famous person went there. Her name was Madame Curie. She was born in Poland, and I also am going to apply this really quickly. So, yeah, I took out the camera off my hand. But so, Madame Curie was a very important scientist. She is credited with discovering two really famous and important elements known as polonium and the most important known as radium. And she won Nobel Prizes in physics and chemistry, and she's the only woman to have ever been able to win these awards because of that. And so she's a very important person. Here are a few really quick dates about her. In November 7th, 1867, she was born in Poland, and due to the oppression of the Russian Tsar and the Russian occupation of Poland, in 1891 she went to France to study at the Sorbonne, meet her future husband, and eventually teach there even. And she then won her two prizes, and in 1934, sadly, she died. Uh, but even so, her life was a very important and special one, and she has since then helped very, very many people on her way of doing things, and she also had a very important invention known as setting up the X-rays in their little ambulance around France, and that saved many soldiers' lives during the war. And that's she won a few like purple cross. I think that's what it's called.
Purple Hearts.
Yeah, whatever it is. But she won an award for that, and so I am going to equip my camera, and I'm going to have cams off 111 give me a tour of the Sorbonne. So here we go.
Okay, if you will please follow me into the main square. As you can see, this building is very giant, and we're going to stop flying now because that's not possible in real life. This building is also very, very old.
Yeah.
It still stands today. Now, if you'll follow me up the stairs, we will head to all the classrooms. This is where Marie's pupils conducted experiments, where in the room next to her she explained, which you will follow me right now too, please.
Oh, what are those things on the counters?
They are physics apparatuses, which I will show you the one she actually got from her father in the famous story of asking about what it was. That's the chalkboard that she would show her students what to do on.
Alright.
And now, I see you're heading out, okay? Fine. And these are all just the rest of the classrooms where students and teachers alike would perform experiments.
Right. So these facilities were used by everybody. Alright, that's very nice.
And now if you'll follow me around. We will head over to the staff offices where Marie actually has something very special that she said I could show to one group of people if they promised not to tell.
I feel very lucky indeed.
As we know, she only had 1 gram of radium. But what nobody knew is that she actually has a stock of radium in case of emergency. If you'll follow me down here,
Yeah, if I can get in.
A mass amount of 54 grams of radium.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, I got a flower.
Yes, but if you tell anybody, I will kill you.
Oh, well, that makes me feel really good about myself.
Okay. Now, this is just our office where she put all her papers and anything else. And as you can see, there are many more for everybody that works in the Sorbonne. to rest or to write things for their classes for the next day.
Right.
Anything along those lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a peek here. Hold on. Yep. Seem very similar, but so you can add their own personal taste. So,
Please go. Thank you. Now, if you would follow me downstairs. Watch your step. There's no railings. We're going to head over here into the library, where there are actually 500...
Library?
Not library, sorry. Got confused for a second. Library's on the other side. This is the amphitheater where Marie actually showed all of her students various experiments and anything having to do with radio.
And then there was that famous one where she picked up right after her husband died.
When Pierre died, she picked up his teachings.
And that
the prep room.
Yeah, that was the prep room. Right. And where is she right now?
She is actually in America, showing American scientists how to purify radium.
And all the special effects that they do not know about. Yes. That's simply amazing.
And now, if you follow me now, we're actually in the library, where it houses over 500,000 books.
And this is where she would go when she needed consulting and...
Yes. Any information she picked up would be from in this room.
This is just an amazing collection of books.
And on the cold, chilly nights in Paris, you'd be able to come by the fire and still be able to research.
Wow. And you just, sit down, relax.
Please follow me up.
I was having some trouble getting up that ladder.
Yeah, well, if Marie can, then I'm pretty sure you can.
I guess not. Alright.
I'll get the doors behind you.
Thank you. That's just a simply amazing view. I mean, the collection of books.
Yes, it is very massive. And now we will actually head into the courtyard, where Marie actually started to purify the 1-ton pitch blend that she was given. And I'm also going to magically set it today.
Because, that's completely realistic. And,
Marie invented it herself.
So I'm just going to, chill on the bench.
This is just the courtyard where everybody would gather, and then in this little hut over here...
This is actually the shed that she worked in for 4 years.
Yes. And
wow.
I have some pitch blend in my hand, as you can see. I'm about to just put it here.
That is just simply amazing. And is this the was that the physics apparatus that she was inquiring about as a child?
Yes, the one on the table, not on the floor. It was actually the one from her father.
Wow. I cannot believe I'm standing in this room.
This room has actually been cleaned up since.
Yeah. And I mean, you can notice that floor was, the same as outside. I mean, this is just...
See, I'm going to show you what it would look like if you were actually Marie, and what conditions you had to work in.
It's just...
Just give me a minute. As you know, buildings take a long time, just like the bridge by the 405.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So it was like this dark.
It was like that.
Oh my! And then there were holes in the ceiling. So I mean, you're getting constantly rained on. And if there was rain, I mean, if the water's muddy, you're getting muddy.
So even if it rained and you didn't get wet, it would sit on the ceiling and then slowly drip.
Right. I mean.
They've been working that shed for 4 years.
And up to days at a time, correct?
Yes.
But that is
just as many hours as she could stand in
there. That is just amazing.
If you follow me, sorry to say, but our tour is coming to an end.
But I can't ask you questions now, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so she's, in America right now, but I hear that this is not her first time in America. Is that correct?
That is correct. When she went before, she got the opportunity to meet the president and tell a bunch of people and lecture, and obviously some Nobel Prizes in the mix.
Right. Um, so she's, going there. She's meeting all these people. She had a gram of radium presented to her.
Yes.
And I hear she got injured.
Yes, she was shaking hands with the reporter actually, and he got a little excited.
Right, and of course she's a little bit elderly now, so I mean she's a little bit more frail.
Yes,
and
she's getting older as time goes on.
and you definitely have some good dance moves right there. Just saying.
Yes.
But anyways, and then also we talked about her husband a little bit. Um, and so his name was Pierre, right?
Correct.
And so they met here at the Sorbonne, correct?
Correct.
Wow, so that's
Yes.
quite a love story.
At the place she worked.
And so he sadly died from a horse carriage accident.
Correct. He was sadly spewed onto the floor with his brains crushed.
Ugh, that is just so sad and depressing. Anyways, thank you for your time here.
Yes.
That is the entrance hall of the Sorbonne. Really quickly, guys, this model of the Sorbonne was created for the purposes of showing what parts of the Sorbonne were important to Madame Curie, and this great woman, did great things, and so obviously this is not the exact same replica of what the Sorbonne looks like, so don't go home thinking that this is, but it's pretty close to it. So, and this is, I mean, the immense size of this is pretty crazy. I mean, what do you think, Cam's off?
It's pretty giant.
I mean, I think I'm fly up here for a second, look for you for a second, but can't really find you. But that, I mean, we're pretty high up here, and oh, there you are. But I mean, the size of this is just massive, and I mean, some of this was world edited, but a lot of that is all just done by hand.
Most of the ceilings and that giant dome and anything inside, any of the like chairs and tables.
Wait, you're kind of flying away. All right. Well, whatever, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned about a great woman, and hope you had a great time. Thanks.